insight. Thanks.
Good morning. Am I audible? Yeah, now it's fine, I think. Yeah. So, welcome to Brahma Kumaris. And what is today's topic from? Expectation to acceptance. So, you better don't expect a good session from me. Just accept the way I am. Can you do that? Yes. Very specific. Maybe that's the first thing, and at the end of session, two terms and conditions. Okay. So I can see a lot of chairs vacant in the front. If you'll want to come and sit, it's fine. Yeah, thank you. And the ones who are sitting in the behind would be asked more questions. So you can decide. Well, let's see. Don't worry, I'm not asking any questions. And is English, I'm sure English is comfortable for all of you because we have quite a few non-Hindi speaking. So we'll do it in English. So see this topic, I'm sure you know that if you type in Google expectation to acceptance, you'll get many talks, you'll get many PowerPoint presentations. So I don't want to go in the theory of that. And we all know that life is really changing very fast. Do you agree? And you didn't expect COVID, but it came and you had to accept. You have to accept COVID is there, and the entire world is divided into pre-COVID and post-COVID, and also during COVID we have seen. So we know things in life would always be not expect, and I won't expect, but things will happen. So I know that I have to just keep accepting. So what is today's my job here for you? What can I do for you here? So basically it is, how can we develop this art of acceptance? That's the basic aim from today, what I think you all should be able to take away from here. And can I change the world? Only a few people are saying no. Yeah, changing the world is a big thing. Can you even change what is happening in the world? The situations, nothing can be. So therefore it is very easy to understand. A simple thing. I'm on the road. Suddenly a traffic jam. I'm stuck in a traffic jam. Did I expect a traffic jam at 12 noon? No, but suddenly, so there's something, maybe there's an accident. Someone's car has broken down. Something or the other has happened. And then what happens to my state of mind? When I didn't expect something, but it has happened, and because of that I am getting late for etc., so on and so forth. So let us take a minute, pause for a minute, and in that minute or so we'll just reflect on what are my expectations from life. So we'll all sit for a minute, close your eyes, look at your life journey till today. What are the expectations you had in your life from yourself? Let's look at that first. Expectations from the self. Second is expectations from others, which I think would be a very big list. Just try to check, what do I expect from others? And thirdly, expectation from situations in life. So let's come back. So I've given you food for thought, three things: expectations from self, from others, and from life, from situations particularly. Which is the most difficult one? From self, someone is saying, from situations, from others. So each to his own. I can't categorize as best, worst, nothing like that. Each one has their own perspective. No one is right or wrong. So let us look at the word acceptance itself. And all the solutions or all the things which we'll be discussing today are in that word. So it's an English word. So let's jot it down if you have to take notes, so you can jot it down in your mind, no problem. It starts with A, acceptance. The first letter is A. So that A is approval. So let's approve of everything. Whatever is happening in life, let's approve. You know what is the meaning of approval? Opposite of that is disapproving. So don't disapprove things, because you have to be very selfish in the world. You have to take care of yourself. The moment you create an energy of disapproval for anything, what happens inside? Your mind starts going up and down. And I have been sharing this since past few days since I'm in Canada, that if you look at the ECG of the person, it has to be a straight line or up and down. It has to be up and down. If it's a straight line, which means it's dead. But if I have to look at my mind, which also there is an ECG, not an ECG, but we call EEG, mind graph. It's called electroencephalograph or gram. Uh, what should be the mind? Should it be like that, or it should be up and down? It should be straight. It should be stable. So that's what we are taught in Brahma Kumari, is that it's a strong statement, but you all could understand the meaning of it. In Hindi, we call Jeete Ji Marna, which means you have to die while being alive. Die while being alive. What does that tell you? That come what may from outside, I just have to keep approving. Whatever is happening, approve of it. And then only my energy can remain stable. So is it possible? It is. It's not impossible at all, because people have done that. I can see here a very senior yogi in front of me, Dadi Janki. How many of you have had the chance to see her, meet her? Okay. So she was our previous administrative head of the Brahma Kumaris till 2020, March 2020. The pandemic started and she left the body. She left for a particular reason. Let me not go there. But she was not from the Brahma Kumaris, was not, Brahma Kumaris didn't herself put her on a pedestal, but experiments were conducted on her in California, the west coast of US, and she was labeled as the most stable mind in the world. Other people have labeled her, not we. We to consider her as a big icon for us, but other people have labeled her that. Why? Because she was really highly stable. And these experiments, if I can give you a glimpse of that experiment, she was asked to sit in a chair. Electrodes were applied on the brain. Here you can Google the most stable mind, and then you can see the photograph as well on Google. It's there. So they applied those electrodes and they started asking her questions, mathematical questions. 100 minus 7, minus 7, minus 7. So as I'm going further, first 93 is fine, right? It's easy. Minus 7, minus 7. What is happening inside? Your brain has started working. And this is what we say, you are in the beta stage, whereby you're constantly doing something inside. So there are many, I won't go in the details of brainwaves because I don't have time to do that today. But then as you start thinking about things inside, you are in the beta stage, the active stage, and it should be like that because you can't be dull. Beta stage means active stage. So then after these questions were over, they were looking at the electroencephalogram, the recording. they saw that she was having a very stable rhythm called delta rhythm. And if you go further down, the thing above is gamma and below is delta. So she was having very low frequency delta, very stable rhythm. So they thought there's some problem with the electrodes or something. She's giving the answer, she's thinking, but why is the rhythm being shown that? So they took another person. They said, Dadi Janki, come aside. There's some problem with the machine or some problem with you. Why are you still showing that very low rhythm, delta rhythm, despite you constantly thinking about answers? They took some other person. They were what we call in our terms a control. Control means a test and a control. So Dadi was the testing person, or to be tested, and the control. So that person, whoever was the control, I don't know who it was. So that person's waves were normal, beta, it was showing. So they said, obviously the machine is working fine. There's some problem with this lady. And when I say problem means, according to the scientists, it will be a problem because it is not seen. That if my mind is working so fast, how can my waves still be very stable? And then they again conducted, and then they labeled her as the most stable mind in the world. That despite doing so many functions inside, how can I remain stable? So it's possible, right? It's not impossible. So can we at least, I'm not trying to say that copy Dadi Janki, but can we at least be stable? And that can only happen once we start approving of things. And then expectation will be a very small thing. And we won't expect from people, not from situations, but obviously always expect from self. But don't be so harsh on self. If you're not able to do something or achieve something, it's okay. So let's then move on to the next. After A is C. What is C standing for? Good one. Good. There are many things of C, but I would say care, care and compassion for self. Please take care of yourself. We have a small flyer which we can share it with you all later. It is called Take Care. Routinely, it's a very Western culture. People ask you, how are you doing? And then what do you say? I'm fine. Or in England, they ask, are you all right? A very typical British way to ask. And then what does the other person respond? I'm fine. So we have one of our senior sisters in Brahma Kumari's, Jayanti Didi. I think many of the BKs know her. She is the European and Middle Eastern coordinator. So she looks after all the European centers, Middle East, and even UK because she stays in London. And a very British, though she's an Indian, but she was at the age of 8 years, they immigrated to UK, and she's very British in her upbringing. So she shares that she has lived in the UK for a while. Sorry, excuse me, I don't know why. Something from y'all. So it's okay. Don't worry, it will get settled fine. So she said that in South Africa, there's a tribe. It's not allowed over there to ask, how are you? Or are you all right? Because if I say I'm not all right, will you able to take care of me? So if the person whom you are casually asking, how are you doing? And he says, I'm not all right, I'm not fine. Will you be able to take care of that person? And that person will start running behind you. And then you'll say, oh, no, 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 please don't come behind me. So please better don't ask. So that tribe in South Africa, Jayanti Didi shared this once. It is not, thank you. It is not allowed over there to ask, how are you doing? Because no one can take care of anyone else. The only care which you can take is of self. And when I say care, which means exactly what? Caring of what? Yes. Caring of the self is basically caring of what I'm thinking. And this concept is a very ancient Indian concept, but now the West has given it a beautiful name, and people have written a lot of research papers on that. It is called mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Being in the present. Live your life at the moment. Don't think what is going to happen at 11 o'clock. It's 10:30 now. My mind is thinking 85%, in the sense my mind, I'm just generally saying 85% times we are in the past. We constantly keep brooding about things which have happened in the past. Is it right? Not only bad things, but even good things we keep remembering. I had been to this place, I was on a vacation, and suddenly all those images, Niagara Falls or whatever comes in front of you. Why are you thinking about the past? You'll say it's good, right? Let us think. Why? Why do you want to think about the past? It gives me a good feeling, right, when I'm thinking, but it's so dangerous because if I'm not able to create that feeling, the nice feeling independent of that past, then I'm in a very dangerous situation. So I think many people don't think about good things of the past, they think about the bad things which have happened. So forget the bad things, but forget the good things also. Past is past. In Hindi, we say it's bhoot. Bhutkal, we say. It is the time which has already gone in the past and you just can't take it back. So why am I constantly trying to remember here? It is very difficult. I can say that because uh, I can say don't forget, don't remember the past. It's very difficult not to remember. Why? Because whatever actions I have done, there is an imprint inside. That image is there. So how will I try to forget that? How to forget the past then? Is it so easy to forget? It's already there. It's there in my memory. It's a memory track which has been formed, and it's just not possible to erase that memory track. So how can I really forget the past? So the way to do is, even if you remember Niagara Falls, something good happened in the past, your vacation, try to get detached from the feeling of that. And that is what is trying to really forget the past. Fine, I had been to Niagara Falls, full stop, move on. That was my past, not be in the present. Don't associate any feeling with that, good or bad. Good with whatever situation happened, good, bad with whatever happened, bad. And this is the way, this is an art which has to be practiced. And it is only then can I take care of myself properly, right? So just detach from the feeling. So we say 85% the mind is in past, 15% it is in future. So 100% is over. So how much time are we in the present? So they say hardly 1 or 2%. Because here we are thinking about not more of what will happen at 11 o'clock, but what has happened. So we say 15% the mind is thinking about future. So it's a very common expression that the past is a cancelled check. Cancelled. It has been cancelled, so of no use to think. Future is what? Many interesting answers came that day when I was conducting a session somewhere. Future is what? Blank check. Okay, interesting. Someone said blank, right? Okay. Give an adjective to it, not blank, something else. Unclaimed, unseen. Come to the physical world and say some practical answers. You can't see an unseen check. So if I want to give you a check, I'm not giving you blank check, obviously. No, check in the form of a check. Post-dated check. So today's 17th September. I'll give you a check of 1st October, maybe of $100 or whatever. You have to wait for it, right? Only the first, yeah. So the 1st October you can encash it, go to the bank. So it's like a post-dated check. Just keep thinking about it till the date comes. Not good. The present moment is the only cash in hand which I have. So I need to decide what to do. And therefore the beautiful word present, present tense, be in the present, because life is a present. Present means gift. And that's the present moment is the only thing which I have in hand, which I can make good of. So take care of mind that way. Coming to the next C. So you all told me care, compassion, so many you all said. So acceptance, as we are going further, we said take care of your mind. And another C is also be concerned about the safety of your mind. I can see all of you are wearing masks. Any specific reason why you are wearing here? It's mandatory, but not everyone is wearing. You all are supposed to sit 6 feet away. One chair has to be vacant in between, but you all are not doing that, right? And some are not even wearing mask. Even I'm not wearing mask. That's fine. So you have to apply mask where? Now to your mind. So, and that is really being concerned about the mind. So concern will only come when I'm able to safeguard myself from the vibrations of others. And how can I do that? By practicing detachment. And Brahma Kumaris are very famous. These people are very detached. Is that a good tag? Do you like the word that if someone tells you, oh, you're very detached, you have no feelings, you're very insensitive? No, it's not good if someone says that. But detachment from what? That is important. Detachment from people's behaviors, detachment from people's actions. Whatever they are doing from their own habits, sanskars or whatever, but I don't need to be affected by what they are doing. So I think we have to be concerned about our safety. People will do the way they want to do. You can give them advice, you can suggest them, will they follow that? Obviously, no, it is not in your hand. If they follow, nothing like it, good. But if they don't follow, I don't need to get disturbed. So I need to take care and be concerned about my safety. I have to safeguard. Spirituality teaches you to be selfish. In what way? I have to take care of myself. Me first. Therefore, if you go in the flights, I'm sure all of you have been in the flights, oxygen mask falls down in an emergency. What do you need to do? First, me. Isn't it so selfish? You have to be selfish. Even if you have your kid with you, first I. If I start putting it to the kid, what will happen? I am unstable. I am hypoxic, which means my oxygen saturation is low. How can I really apply to my kid? So I have to be selfish first, me. Let me make my oxygen level up. So, same thing. Let me take care of myself and then take care of others around and the situation. So, it's important to be concerned about the self. Moving further, time is really moving fast. E, acceptance. The next is E. So, E stands for equanimity or equality. You have to have a balance in life of things, and that balance now is tilted. You can see the most important balance is people are not able to maintain a proper balance between their personal life and professional life. Sorry, are we having Hindi translation also? No translations. So hope I'm not fast. Okay. So do you feel that you're not able to strike a balance of personal and professional life? Okay, so that is a very common thing which people say. They want to work 8, 9 hours a day, but no time for family. Let me take you into another balance. In the family also, there should be a proper balance between care of self and care of others. So we say, oh, I have to take care of my children, I have to take care of my husband, wife, etc. But who will take care of yourself? And for that, you have to put the responsibility on yourself. Are you able to do that? Are you ready for that? How many of you will give the excuse, I don't have time for myself? Is this a common thing? Yesterday we were interacting with someone at some place. I'm not telling you that person name and also the place where I was, otherwise you'll get the hint. So, and he is, I think, around 75 years old, 76 actually. So he said, being such an elderly person, he said, we don't have time for meditation. People say that even at 76. So I can imagine the youth also saying that. Second thing, that same another person, he was, I think, also 72. He said, oh, spirituality is not for youth. How many youths here? Please raise your hands. You don't need to raise, I can make out. Unless you are dash, dash, dash. Anyway, so youth don't need spirituality. it is a thing to be practiced after the age of 60. So that person said, oh, when I was 25, 30, when I was young, I also don't want to sit there and listen to all these things. So I was amazed with the answers of a senior person, 72-year-old and 76-year-old. So people really don't have time. So do you want to say that you don't have time for yourself? And we are only saying just 15, 20 minutes. You do that and your life will change. So you have to find out time. And unless you find out time, so this equality or this balance needs to come in your life. And what are the advantages of practicing this mindfulness or this meditation? What are the benefits? I don't need to tell you all of you know it. These people should not be answering because they are regularly meditation practitioners. Any people here who are here for the first time? If you all can please raise your hands. Yeah, please raise it properly so that I can see. Four, I think from the back as well. Thanks. So you all have time for yourself? Yes. You all want to find time for meditation also a little bit? So you have to give some time to yourself. I'll not go in the basics of meditation. We'll do that in the end, say around last fifth. You all are supposed to be here till what time? No, no, no. That is a very political, diplomatic answer. I can make you sit till 12 also, 12, 12:30, but I can't do that because I have a next session soon. So you all are supposed to be here, I think, till 11:30. So we'll see by 11:15 or 20, we'll try to end. Do you want a Q&A, question and answer? You still have questions? Okay, let's see. So we'll give you some time for that. So we still have 30 minutes to go for the talk. So then we'll basically go in, as I told you, whatever I'm telling you here is not new. You all know everything. I'm not teaching you something. I'm not a teacher. You all know everything. So then what am I here doing and why are you all here? You all have to experience that. Okay, that's speaking. Right. So is it Zoom? Maybe Zoom is going on. So don't worry, this will happen now. Did you expect this sound? What is your state of mind when suddenly something's happened like that? I don't think I asked him to ask a question now. What happened, the state of mind? What was the thought coming? Why is this person like that in between speaking? Did that come? It didn't come, it's good. Did you accept? Fine, it has happened. And these test papers will come. Today it will come by 11:30. Even if it doesn't come, I'll tell them to do something so that we'll get some unexpected things so that we start practicing. And what unexpected thing can happen here? Suddenly, maybe the light goes off, which doesn't happen here in these countries. The electricity may go off. This may not work properly. I may get a heart attack and I just drop down. That possibility is also there. So we are doing such a nice session. Any reporters here reporting in the news? No. But the moment something negative happens, there'll be news reporters coming outside. Oh, some doctor came from India. He was speaking on from expectation to acceptance, and unexpectedly he passed away. Such a beautiful scene to happen, right? Oh, you're all laughing, you're all happy. Good. I didn't find this to be very humorous, but it is humorous maybe. But do you expect, can this happen? 1% chance? Yes or no? It can happen. Anyone can pop off anytime. So it can happen with me also sitting here. This leads to me to the next word, P, the next alphabet, sorry. After E is P. P should be good one. I didn't think of that. Good one. Prepared, but be prepared for positivity. Be positive in life. Let's spend a few moments on this positivity. Why is it important to be positive? First of all, is it necessary to be positive in any negative situation? Agreed. How many of you agree? Okay, quite a few. Fine. I'm not forcing you all to raise hands, right? You all are doing it intrinsically. Don't try to please me. Don't get my approval. It's fine if you're thinking other ways also. So don't be forced. Please be very natural if you're feeling you want to raise your hand. So you all are thinking it's necessary to be positive. Why? Why should I be positive? Sure, okay. I would want the new people to answer. March 2020 pandemic started, still going on. What is positive about COVID? Any answers? Don't look at these, they'll have many answers. Work from home, fantastic. And be at home. And then further, there's a list is endless, but you're constantly at home with the people whom you weren't before. What other thing happened? Let me not go there. But work from home is good. Again, unexpected things happening, some sounds. Are you accepting this sound? Poor people, they are trying to mute all the participants, but sometimes suddenly someone is speaking. Okay, so it taught you many things. Like, okay, so we always, there's a scripture called Gita. I'm sure you've heard of it. It says that whatever has happened is good. Whatever is happening is very, very good. And whatever will happen will be the best of all, or very, very good. Do you believe this? Then why are you not able to think positive? So when we say that whatever is happening is good, the intention is that whatever is happening right. For me, at that moment of time, whatever is happening right. If I break my leg, I have an accident, I sustain a fracture, what is good in that? Yeah, good. So what is good in that? Is there anything good for me physically at the moment? Not really. I'm in pain, I'm crying. Holiday, yes. So now they are coming with all these other things. At that moment of time, is it okay to think about negative things? Negative thoughts will come. Why did this happen to me? Isn't it natural? But then you're in a talk now from expectation to acceptance. Can you do about that thing right now? Your accident was unexpected. You broke a leg, that is unexpected. So now what do I do further? So it's not good in any way, but it is right. And how it is right, it's another talk. We won't go there. It is all something coming back in return. Something you have done and something is returning back to you. And that is what we call the law of karma. I hope you know that. So it's everything is returning. Everything in life is cyclic. You see, time is cyclic. Day is followed by night, again followed by day. Can it ever happen that the day stops? There's no night. Imagine a life. It will never be like that. It's everything is round. So time is cyclic. Similarly, whatever we do in our life is also cyclic. It is all a return of something which you have done. So just tell your mind that and try to be peaceful. And that's another P, positivity and peace. Just be very positive. And it's difficult to be positive, but you have to start doing it. You have to start creating positive thoughts. It is a practice which you have to keep learning and keep doing it. Again, is it possible? Yes, it is very much possible. And there is nothing called impossible, because you know the word itself has the meaning. I am possible. Then when we write impossible, it itself tells you separate the alphabets. I am possible. So let's try to think positive in every situation. As I said, it is not good for me at that moment, sustaining a fracture, having an accident, etc., etc. But it is very right for me. And that is what it means, that whatever has happened and is happening and will happen in future is right. So just let's try it, because this is what is trying to apply a full stop. And this is what we are taught in Brahma Kumaris, that try to put a full stop ASAP, as soon as possible. Anything happens, put a dot, full stop. Don't ask questions like, why me? Or don't get wonderstruck. Don't put an exclamation mark. So God teaches us here, if you believe in God, the ones who are new here, the supreme energy, supreme soul, we are taught here that the moment you can put a full stop, putting a full stop is easy, or putting a question mark is easy. Drawing a line of question mark is very difficult. It's a very curvilinear figure. Whereas putting a dot, even a small kid can put that. So once I put a full stop to my racing thoughts, then I can at least go towards the direction of being positive. And this is a very good practice which we teach people. This is called an SOS approach. SOS. You know what is SOS? Save our souls is the technical word. I think it has come from World War II as well. But in medicine, when we medicine means practicing doctors, we also write SOS. What? Any doctors or nurses here? Or anyone from the medical profession? Pharmacists, we have a few. What is SOS? No. Okay, non-medicos, I think also no. SOS, yes. Yes, it's also called whenever required. So I'll prescribe paracetamol. I think it's available as Tylenol here. So I'll write Tylenol SOS. I'll write 500 mg, one tablet, maybe 2 times a day, SOS, which means as and when required. Whenever you need it, you take it. If you don't have pain, please don't take it. That way. So now let us move from this save our souls and the medicine SOS into something else. So what is the spiritual SOS? Let me explain you that. The first S stands for putting a full stop. Stop. You have to tell your mind. I must say, not even tell. Order your mind. Command your mind. Stop. Does it happen that sometimes you are very stressful and your thoughts are very fast? For example, an accident. Again, look at that. Will my mind be racing or my mind will be stable that time? When I'm in an accident, I'll be having very fast thoughts. So tell your mind, stop. It will really stop. Because you're already in pain, that is another bad thing, and then you're thinking negative, that's another thing. So your mind will very fast. So just tell your mind stop. Next is O. What is O? All these people will know all these beautiful answers. So O is observe, and observe as a detached observer. So by which I mean, if I am here at this level, I'm not able to see things in the proper perspective. I have to raise my consciousness or raise my awareness to something which is high. So for that, I need to raise myself, not physically, through my mind. And it's a very beautiful example that when you are in a flight, you are going from this level to a higher level. What happens to a tall skyscraper building? Your entire downtown looks so tiny, and you look at things and they are very small. So a big building seems very tiny. So if I'm able to detach myself from that situation temporarily, obviously, and I'm able to observe as a detached observer from a distance, from a height, then things will be small for me. And try to practice this. Today, we may not get a chance to do that because all these are very small things which are coming in between. But when big things happen, try to practice this. And the last S is steer, which means change the direction. Why is it called steer? All of you are actually driving cars. I think anyone here who doesn't drive a car? Oh, you don't. So you probably have to start driving soon. To learn SOS? No, not for that. For your other things, you may have to drive. But steering, the steering wheel is there. So if you're driving, so many people have Mercedes Benz here, very fast car. You'll drive very fast. I've seen this. But if you have to take a turn, what do you have to do? You have to really slow down your speed first. And that in these countries, stop is written there all the time. Not only the traffic light red, but even there are many signs, stop is written. So stop, as I said already, we discussed stop, and then you steer, and then only you can steer, because you can't steer in high speed. And if you do that, so you already had a physical accident, you are also having a mental accident. So what will happen? Remember, the state of mind will be so low. So that's what we said about what are we discussing? Positivity, P, right? So P. Then come to the T. What is T for? Trust. We say trust in the drama of life. Now, when I say drama, what is this drama? Whatever we said is happening in life or will happen, it's all actually predestined. So again, now when I say this, don't get put off yourself and say, oh, if it is predestined, I will come here. Is it like that? You all were invited for this talk today at around say 10:30, no, 10 o'clock. So you all decided to come, or it was destiny which has brought you here? What do you feel? Let the other people answer, not the fun. Front benchers are very smart students. Sorry? To listen to me. Fine, thank you. I'm not saying that. I'm asking, was it destined for you to come, or you have come on your own will? On your own will, right? You decide on your own. Though I invite you, you may or may not come depending on your commitments, but it is your own will, right? You're coming here. But if I tell you, no, your coming here is destined, how will you defend that? There's no way to defend that. So whatever happens in life will keep happening. You're here. Obviously, you have come in your car, you got the invitation, you have put effort to come here. But if you're not able to come, then I can say, oh, it was in my destiny that I didn't come here. But before doing the act, can you tell that, oh, it is destined that I will be going there? No, you have to, only if the act is done, then you can apply this thing that, yes, it was destined to happen. Same thing, my accident has, let me come to this example again. I broke the leg. So the moment I break it, after breaking, I can say, oh, it was destined to happen, right? But now I'm sitting here, my accident has still not happened. Can I say, oh, an accident is there in the drama of my life? No, I can't say, because I don't know what is there in future. So remember that when I'm looking at the trust point, the T thing. So trust in whatever is happening in your life. Trust that whatever is happening is beneficial. There is something good in everything. And as I said, if you don't like the word good, replace it with right. That whatever is happening is right according to the divine providence. And when we say this, sometimes some people say, oh, God is the one who's doing this. Is God the one who's doing all these? Does God want an accident in my life to happen? Is God doing this? What do you feel? No. So is God doing good things in my life as well? These are all questions to be explored. We'll see sometimes what God has, what is the role of God in my life. But all of you, the ones who have come new as well, all of you have kids, you'll have children. If not, maybe in future you'll have, right? And you are the kid of someone. Your parent takes care of you, right? Will your parent anytime think negative for you? Sure, no. And you are the parent of someone next to you. Will you think negative for your child anytime? No. People are trying to look at each other. Who's he's asking? Don't worry about that. So if you are a parent, will you think negative for your child anytime? So same way, God is our parent. He'll never give us anything which is negative. So just trust in whatever is happening that is beneficial. So let us try to develop this trust and faith. Today, or tomorrow rather, we call here the morning classes which we have. You all are welcome to attend, the ones who are new as well. Tomorrow it will be all spoken about having trust and faith that whatever is happening is good for me. And here, whatever these teachings are, you can see there are a few papers here around. These are spiritual teachings, very elevated versions. And when we discuss with you all in the morning class, you get a lot of few insights which God is telling. And why do we say God? You'll come to know later about that. Let me not tell you. But these teachings give you a lot of insight that how to develop faith and trust. And tomorrow it is all about that. If you all can come and listen, it will be great. So let us just have trust in, and there are 2-3 levels of trust. First, trust of faith is in self, because sometimes I can believe other people and believe that everything is happening fine, but I can't believe in myself because I don't know my worth. How many of you over here feel that you are those beautiful souls, beautiful energies, the ones who have come here new? Not y'all. I'm shunning them away because I know them very well. They try to, what is that English word we say? They try to steal the show because they keep answering all the time and then I have to look at them. So I'm trying to look at you all, the new ones. Do you feel you are those beautiful energies, beautiful souls next to you? No, not yet. Because how can I be a beautiful soul? I'm so negative inside. I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I'm fearful of things. So all these things come. But yes, intrinsically, all of us are beautiful. That also we can explore later sometime. So just trust yourself and trust in the divine drama as well. We call it divine drama. Why divine? Because it is really divine. And it's a divine coincidence you are here. It is not just a coincidence that you are here today. Something is probably going to happen from today onwards in your life. Something you will take away from here, from the energy of this place, which may probably get a change in your life. Then further, which is the next word? A, another A again. So next A in acceptance is awareness. When I'm saying acceptance, I mean I'm breaking the word. Constant awareness and being alert, reminding the self of who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Someone said God, is it? I heard it. Who am I? Okay, all these BKs will keep saying that I'm a peaceful soul.
Pure soul, peaceful soul.
Someone answering from there also, pure soul. Do you feel that we are peaceful? I'm targeting you all the new ones. You don't feel, right? We are peaceful because constantly. But can we practice that? Yes, we can. Because you can see all these people are with all bubbly, chubbly faces, very happy and peaceful all the time. Something they have got, right? So explore what they have got. So let's try to develop this and always have this constant awareness of the self as the energy. And I keep giving this example again and again. It may be a repetition for many people. As I said, if I get a heart attack here now, I'll drop down, right? And if you all don't know that cardiopulmonary resuscitation, whatever, I'll be declared dead, right? So now the brother was introducing me and he was mentioning about my name, Dr. So and so from wherever. At that time, after 3 minutes, what will you all say? Take dash away. Let them answer, please. Take dash away. Dr. Manoj away or what?
Body.
The body away, right? So what has happened in that 3 minutes that has forced you all to change the sentence? It is simple enough. The energy has left the body. So, a very serious question for all of you. Do I really need to wait till the death of my life to realize that I was that energy? No. So, why not while
No.
I'm living in this life? Let me try to experience that. And today we'll experience it at around, say, 11:15 to 10 more minutes. Why am I trying to tell you the time exactly? So that you are on the guard all the time, and I don't want to exceed. I don't want to go beyond 11:30. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I am timed. I'm timing myself by saying that again and again. So we'll practice that. And I want you all to take that experience from here, the eternal, beautiful energies which we are. Because in the mirror, when we look at our faces in the morning or coming back and going, what do we do looking at the mirrors? We try to do makeup. Not that makeup which you all do. We try to, even the men do this, whatever. Is it all okay, looking good? So we try to do makeup for the physical body. But have you even thought about my mental makeup? What am I thinking looking at the mirror? Fine, I'm looking at the beautiful body, which I am fine, but I'm not really this body. I am that energy which is constantly thinking, constantly creating emotions and feeling, people's energies and my energy also. So if I can just watch that, it's just one thought away. If I can just create a thought, I am a peaceful being, I'm a positive being. See how your day changes. And challenges are waiting outside. Now, today, here in this room, there are not many challenges for you. You're just sitting here relaxing, you're listening to a talk. But the moment you go outside, challenges are just waiting there. And the moment, say, you reverse your car and someone hits you from behind, can you accept that person or that person in the car or that car? You have heard no. See, you're saying it's no, it's not possible. So it's not so easy. You listen to a talk and immediately start implementing. So again and again, I'm saying that This is not theoretical. You'll get a lot of theoretical things on YouTube. But what you have to do, you have to start practicing and implementing it is, and that is only when you start doing it. Unless you take the first step, a baby, once he takes the first step, only when he falls and then gets up, falls and gets up, will he start walking. Do you expect the kid to not fall at all and start walking like that? No, he has to take the first step. And will you encourage him to take the first step or no? You will always tell him, yes, baby, take the first step. You'll say, no, no, no. Oh, you'll be afraid of he being falling. No, you have to encourage him. So same thing, you have to motivate and encourage yourself that you have to take those baby steps towards realizing that you are that peaceful soul. Unless you do that, we'll never be able to then face whatever challenges are coming in life. Then we move on to the next. So constant awareness and constant alert. We say your guard, your antennae should be on your guard, alert that yes, I am the soul. I am, and not only the soul, as these people are again and again saying, peaceful soul, positive soul, all these beautiful adjectives. We move on to the next. What is there after A? N. N stands for no, we don't say negative words. No, we don't say anything starting from no also. So say something else. Nice. Acha, say something nice. That itself is nice. So nurture. Nurture yourself. It is equal to taking care also, but nurturing is a very elevated thing. What is the difference between nurture and care? Okay. When I speak of nurturing, um, who comes to your mind? Mother
Child,
comes to your mind. Someone
mother,
said,
child,
what is she?
mother and child. Sorry.
Okay, mother-in-law.
No, no, no. Possible.
Yes, why not? See, mother-in-law, the moment we say mother-in-law, everyone goes in a different direction. I don't know why. But then she auto-corrected it. As there is an auto mode, she said, possible. How many of you here are mother-in-laws? Please raise your hands properly. Okay. You all have daughter-in-laws. Not living with you all, that's a different thing in this country. Back home in India, they all stay in a united family. There also things are getting totally different. Doesn't mean this culture is not good, but you all have daughter-in-laws. So you can be a good mother-in-law. But when I say mother, I'm look at the word mother. Mothering is be the mother of your mind. You have to constantly nurture your mind. When your mind gets disturbed, a bit fearful, a bit anxious, it is like a small child which has started crying. And you have to be your mother, which means you have to immediately stop other things. Yes, immediately. That's the word. You just can't wait. Oh, it's okay. I'll postpone it. Let this fearful thought be there for a while. Because if that fearful thought remains for a while, it can really create disasters for you. If you're anxious all the time without taking care of what is the reason, why am I anxious? You have to look, go back there, stop other things. And when I say stop means I'm not really asking you to stop going to your work, stop doing the things you're doing. Just detach for a moment, withdraw from that, see what is the thought in your mind which has come that time, which is making you feel fearful or etc., whatever you're experiencing. So you have to mother your mind. And can we do that? Yes, we can do that. So play the role of a mother. That is nothing but nurturing. And what is the best way to nurture someone? Mhm. Yeah, so how do you take care or nurture? So if it's a small kid and he's crying, what do you go and do? So they are saying some Hindi words. So please translate for them. Pamper. Yes, but hug the child. Yes. So how will you hug the child? You know how to hug the child. How will you hug your mind? Yeah, so tell your mind, oh, it's okay, things have happened. Give it a spiritual hug. You really can't physically hug the mind, but you tell your mind, you have to caress your mind, cajole your mind, and tell your mind, it's okay, it has happened. And this is the way to deal with your mind. And once your mind is a bit stable, then you can pamper it a bit, but don't over pamper. You know what over pampered kids can be, so just pamper it. So this is the way to deal with your mind which is disturbed. And then you can immediately, not immediately, but then you can really start accepting what things are happening in life. Next, after N is another C. There are many C's in this acceptance word. So what C you want to put now? Yes, very good. Who said that? Please raise your hand. Cure. Okay. Compassion, you have done everything. I would rather say concentration. So now we are moving towards a very focused thing. And when I say concentration, it has a meaning to it. Concentration. Centration means to be in the center, and con means consciousness. So I have to center my consciousness. And when I say centering my consciousness, is if you look at the body, what is the center of your body? Oh, so all of you are saying here, okay. So otherwise, if you look at the center of the body, it is your umbilicus, it is your belly button, but that is of the body. But if you look at the face, and if you draw, particularly your forehead, if you draw a line from here behind, which means horizontally, and similarly vertically from the center of the head, at the intersection point, there is something inside. Don't tell all this soul bowl. Physically, there is something inside. There is a gland over there, and that gland is called the master gland, hypothalamus and pituitary, and that is the master gland of the body. It forms the prime endocrine system. It's the primary gland of endocrine system. Endocrine, you understand? Hormonal system of our body. So, and how does it work? Let's not go there. It's all medicine, medical stuff. But they say that nowadays, even the modern allopathic medicine, they have come up with this science. It is called psycho-neuro-endocrino-immunology. Let me explain you what this is. Psycho-neuro. I think you're aware of these words. Psycho means something to do with your psyche, with your mind, your functioning of the mind. Neuro is your brain, nervous system of the body, very closely linked, your brain and nervous system. Next to our endocrino-immunology. So whatever you think, your brain responds accordingly, and also your hormones respond accordingly because they're all interlinked. And finally, the last is immunology. You know what is immunology? It is your fighting capacity. So your hormones are directly related to your fighting capacity. Therefore, if you're constantly fearful and you're creating negative hormones, what does it do to your immune system? Immune system weakens. And therefore, in COVID, there were many deaths more related to fear rather than the virus per se. And it was seen that people who were very positive, they just came out of the illness very soon. So all these four things are very closely related to each other: psycho, neuro, endocrino, immunology. And all these are linked by what? Because at this intersection point inside is the soul energy which lies over there. So if the energy inside can always create positive thoughts, it can create positive hormones, it can affect your body, and your fighting capacity will be high. So what was this C which I said? Concentration. So if you can, in meditation, if you can really practice a little bit of concentration, it can create wonders. So we'll do that soon. Time is up, 11:15, and last is another E. What is this E? So it's egoless. So try to practice this, because sometimes we have this inflated egos about self. I am so and so, I am so and so. What does he think of himself? Am I less? So if you become egoless, we are taught here at Brahma Kumaris an English word, a Hindi word, be nimit, be an instrument. Be an instrument of God, and God will start using you and you will create wonders. I'll give you the last example. You have a mixer grinder at home, juicer, mixer, grinder. There are so many appliances you have. They all run on electricity, right? So if the electricity is off, or if it goes off for some reason, can you operate that instrument? So now that mixer grinder who is doing a lot of good work, he gets the ego. Rather, he or she, I don't know what to say, but I'm just saying he, because that instrument doesn't have a gender. So the grinder feels that, oh, I am the one who can grind. Is it right? Yes, he's the one who's grinding. But if there is no electricity, what will that mixer do? So, same thing. When I am in life interacting with people, for example, I'm a doctor, I'm treating my patients, I'm doing so many things. If I get this consciousness, oh, it's I am who's doing it. Is there something wrong in this? I am doing it, right? No. Then who's doing it? I am doing it. I am doing it fine. But if I'm not egoistic about that, that's fine. But I am doing it, or someone is getting it done through me. If I can just create this one switch in my consciousness, it is not me who's doing it. Fine, you can see me doing it, but someone is getting it done through me, then I'll be totally egoless, and then I can start accepting things. Because this talk, for example, if I'm giving, if I feel I'm giving the points which I'm writing, and if you don't like something, then you will tell it back to me. So I am doing, therefore I'll feel hurt. But I am not doing, someone else is getting it done through me. So whatever feedback you want to give it to that person, because it's not me who's doing it. So you understand? So I hope it's not very confusing, or it sounds very philosophical. So the thing is, just try to, in short, just try to surrender everything to the divine and do it. Surrender means you do it, no. I am doing it, remembering you in your consciousness. And then whatever result it is, I just surrender to you. So when we have this egoless approach, then we don't expect from people. We start accepting the way things are. So I think that is the last E, which is being egoless. And the moment we start practicing, I have just given you a few tips for today, acceptance from the word itself. And the moment we start practicing these, then this topic is of no meaning, from expectations to acceptance, because you're already in accepting mode all the time, because you're really not expecting. And lead a life, try to lead it for one day and see. Don't have, so Monday, tomorrow is Sunday actually. Sunday is a fun day, so let me not give you exercises for that day. Sunday otherwise also is okay, you're at home, that's fine. Monday, first thing in the morning, therefore it's called Monday blues or Sunday blues. Why Monday blues? After the weekend, the first thing in the morning you get up, oh, it's a Monday. So you should get up with a lot of excitement. Oh, it's a Monday. Yes. And be ready for the traffic jam, for people's behaviors, and see, just for 24 hours, can I accept whatever is happening in my life, and see what is your state of mind when you keep doing that on that Monday. And then analyze yourself maybe on the Monday evening, or if you're too tired, you can do it on the Tuesday morning. But then don't just go to Tuesday morning without analyzing what has happened on Monday. So do that, try to practice that, and that's what we'll be doing today. And these are a few tips, but now I think we need to, so all of you have understood that the basic thing is to take care of my thought process, try to get centered in my consciousness, develop that concentration, be positive in your approach all the time, nurture yourself, be careful, and also be concerned, wear the mask on the mind, and be aware and alert of what is happening, and whatever is happening, trust that it is all maybe not good, but at least right. Is that okay? Like it's easier to accept that it is right rather than saying it is good. So it's right, I've hurt my leg, it's fine, it's right, it's not good, I know, it's right. So when we do all these things, and we can only do once we connect to the source. So I don't have time today to go in the connection with the source, but we are all these beautiful energies. Each of us, we have discussed already, positive, peaceful. So we are all energies interacting with each other on an energy level. And as we say, Supreme Soul, God, whoever you, whatever you want to call it, is an energy as well. It is called Supreme because it is an ocean of everything. If I am a peaceful soul, for example, if I am, then God is the ocean of peace. And the moment you're able to connect to that supreme soul or that supreme energy, you'll start feeling the energy coming into you. And it's not a one-day process, it has to be learned. So someone needs to teach you how to do that. But again, don't remember that person who's teaching you. Just learn the technique from him or her, and then you develop your own communication, your own connection with the Supreme Being. So let's try to do that now for the next 10 minutes. And before we do that, any questions? Any feedback you can please tell us? This brother is looking around. No one is speaking. You can tell if there's anything. Your name, please. Your name? Yeah, John. Any questions? No. Okay. From here, any mother-in-law questions? I won't be the next an expert because I'm not a mother-in-law. Anything from here, seniors, juniors, I mean to say age-wise? No questions. Okay. So let's go into the meditation. Yeah, you can, the mic is, everything is set. It is waiting for you all to speak if there are any questions. So easy to accept? Not really. It's not easy to accept. I can give you a big talk. It's not easy to accept. The moment I go, my flight is late, I'll say, have I accepted when I do this energy of, no. But I have to take care of myself. I have to empower myself. I have to really raise my consciousness, my awareness to something high. Then things will automatically, whatever is happening is fine for me. So let's try to raise this awareness, and we'll do that. We'll have some soft music in the background, which will be played. And we'll try to, I'll give you a few thoughts. You go with those thoughts, see how you're feeling. Okay, so that you're prepared for some blast which will happen outside. When I say blast means not really a blast in that way. Some challenges will come. So that will just make you ready. We are preparing our stage to get ready for challenges in life outside. Okay. So let's sit back straight. Relax your body. Take a few deep breaths in and out. As you start breathing deeply, your body starts getting relaxed. Relax your body. Relax. And as your body starts getting relaxed, your mind also starts becoming a bit calm and cool. Relax your mind, relax. Your mind may still be wandering here and there, but gently, in a very loving way, tell your mind, my dear mind, let me try to concentrate for the next 10 minutes, and you'll be amazed, it listens to you. So now that you are relaxed and calm and concentrated as well, create this beautiful thought. I am a peaceful being, and see how you feel inside. Peace is my natural nature, original nature. moment you create this beautiful thought of peace inside, your body starts vibrating with the rays of peaceful energy. I am peace, only peace and peace, nothing but peace is my original nature. Let's reinforce this thought and experience the feeling of peace. Now let's go a step further to enhance the depth of this experience. Let me now connect myself to the ocean of peace. So visualize the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Energy above your head. Visualize that as an ocean of peace. See peaceful rays emerging from the ocean and entering your body. And see how you're feeling now. Being connected to my Supreme Father, the Supreme Being. I feel so light and peaceful. I feel empowered because peace is a power. Now let me visualize the week, next week, Monday onwards. Look at yourself at home, waking up in the morning, preparing for the day. Things may not be the way you want them to be, but it's fine. I accept. Because I don't want to disturb my inner peace. As the day goes on, I'm in the traffic. It's fine. It's a part of my routine, daily routine. I can't be bothered or disturbed by such small things. Let me accept and move on. As the day goes further, At my workplace, all is good. Accept people as they are. They may not be the way you want them to be, but accept, because I don't want to be disturbed by their behaviors and actions, because I am peace. As you drive back home at the end of the day, you don't feel exhausted anymore because you're at peace with yourself, with everyone, and the situation around. And as you go to bed with this beautiful thought of peace, let me express gratitude to the Supreme Being. Thank Him for such a peaceful experience which has happened throughout the entire day. Let me develop this attitude of gratitude for everything in life. The moment I create this beautiful thought before going to bed, I get a very sound sleep, because I know God is there to take care of me all the time. I can reinforce this thought. I am peace. Nothing but peace is my nature. Gradually now, you can open your eyes if they are closed. Come back into the awareness of the room. But still holding on to this peaceful feeling inside. And tell yourself that let me take this feeling from here with myself and let me use it, practice it wherever I need to, because I am the creator of my own peace. And let me take it with myself from here today. Shanti.